And welcome back. Now, local startup business Tall Foods is making a difference in becoming a leading force in environmentally friendly, sustainable farming, focusing on producing organic pasture ostriches for regional consumption. In other words, creating healthy options for red meat, all while lessening their carbon footprint. Kind of cool. Now, here with more on how they're doing this and what exactly they're offering us, the consumer, is Andrea Romero. Thank you so much. Okay. I am so interested in this. Tell me first a little bit about what you guys do.
So we are founding first an ostrich farm to then produce ostrich meat for general consumption, looking at people to pivot into maybe using ostrich instead of regular beef products or other products that are environmentally unsustainable per the factory farm model that currently is really the big dominant model in the meat industry today.
Gotcha. And you guys are based up in Santa Fe, correct?
Our business is based up in Santa Fe, and our ranch is in Ribera, New Mexico, just about halfway to Las Vegas from Santa Fe.
Nice. Now tell me, how did this all get started?
Well, I actually used to live in Southern Africa, and while I was living there, I was living in Mozambique. We used to travel to South Africa to kind of have our vacation days, and where in Cape Town, there are a lot of wineries. There's just all of this very high bar. It's a very foodie sort of culture, and we used to eat ostrich every single time we would go there because it was the best red meat that you could get in the region. And after having that experience, I'm trying to replicate that here today. It was just these beautiful steaks cooked on the countryside, great burgers, and you could get it as ubiquitously as beef, and the availability. I mean, it was just all over the place. It was just absolutely incredible. But then you come back home and you think, oh, I just had an authentic sort of South African experience. But realistically, the environment is very similar for raising ostrich.
Bring it here.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I actually didn't know that you could eat ostrich, but you were saying it's really good.
Oh, it's absolutely delicious. So it's essentially, as buffalo is to beef, as ostrich is to beef. So a little bit different than beef. Very lean, so less fat, less calories, and cholesterol than even compared to chicken and turkey. And higher in vitamins, minerals, and protein, and very similar in protein to beef and to buffalo. So very, very incredibly sort of superfood kind of product that we could essentially have here. But the most incredible part about it is that it's incredibly environmentally sustainable.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
So a fraction of the water, food, and land needed to produce pound for pound the same beefy product. So when we look at an environment like New Mexico, when we're always worried about water year to year, you look at California and sort of the regional dynamic and where we're getting our water, we know that beef is extremely water intensive, and actually ostrich only needs a fraction of that, so almost like a seventh of the water to produce the same significant difference. And of course, we're crunching all that data in the process of developing our farm to actually prove out and show how sustainable this product really is.
I love that. And I'm sure, too, a lot of ranchers and farmers at home are interested in kind of doing this similar practices that you guys have, because like we were talking about, you guys are a leader when it comes to the environmentally friendly practices. Where can we find more information, or how can we get a hold of you guys?
So we're at tallfoods.com. You can just come to our website. We're very active in social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter, and everything's at Tall Foods. So you can find us very, very quickly if you are a farmer rancher looking for a different option. A lot of our cattle ranchers have fled the industry because of the water intensity and just the cost benefit on looking at what's available. Ostrich is a great option, and we'd love for you to come work with us.
I love that. Not only just the environmentally friendly part, but even the health benefits. That's so cool.
Right,
I love that. Andrea, thank you so much for joining us. Really interesting there. We'll have a full recap on our website, KRQE.com. If you want more information, you can just click under KRQE links. We'll be right back.